No, I know. Just that one.
All right. This could be loud. I'll try to be careful about it. Good morning.
I don't.
Hi, everybody. Happy almost 4th of July.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea,
From Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart. It's time to hear them say.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. At least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless USA.
Thank you, Rick. Doing triple duty, thank you. All right, we're going to hear another beautiful patriotic tune from Miss Powa Wavi.
Oh, beautiful for heroes brewed in liberating strife, who more themselves their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, oh America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh wait, we can sing it like this. Oh, beautiful for grain for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God has shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good, yes he did, in brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Come on, sing it with me now. America, America. You know, my God shed his grace on thee, and we gotta love him for it, 'cause he found thy good. You told me he would, in brotherhood, from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So look at everybody. I wish the camera could see how everybody's dressed so festively today. Everybody looks so red, white, and blue. Welcome, come on in. So we're so grateful to be with you, to get to share this special holiday with our beloved Unity of the Oaks. And I think we're ready to start our service. Yeah, so do we have lyrics up there yet? Let's grab the lyrics. Yay!
I am free, I am unlimited. I don't know.
Take a key.
I don't know this song. No.
Let's stand and sing this one together, you guys. We know this one so well. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now,
Right now.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now,
Right now.
you are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right, we are free. Let's claim it. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. Thank you, thank you.
You got the right one.
Nice. Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July weekend, holiday weekend. Everyone is very festive. You can kind of see it from the cameras, but when you look up here. So take a minute to welcome and say hello to your neighbors if you just want to look around and see how festive everyone is. I also want to say hello to those online, including Julia Franco and Claudia Morrison. Hello to both of you this morning, and to everyone who's watching afterwards as well. So I'm Stacy Macris Ros. Now we've had so much friendliness. I love it. Yeah, so welcome, welcome. I'm Stacy Macris Ros, minister here at Unity of the Oaks, and we welcome you through our doors, whether they're the virtual doors or our actual doors. Thank you for being here today, where you're celebrating yourself, where you're celebrating your own individual freedom today, the freedom from your self-limiting thoughts. That's what we're going to focus on today, how we create our own reality, how we create our lives. And so that is the powerful message that we have today. So make sure, the way that we grow our community is by bringing a friend or sharing the videos, whether it's just the church service or just the YouTube individual videos with your friends and family, so they too can realize, oh, I'm not limited. Oh, I am creating my own life and my own reality. We want to make sure we get that positive message out there too. So thank you for being here on a holiday weekend, no less. Thank you for making this a stop in your holiday plans. So let's start our Sunday with prayer, shall we? So as we take a breath, as we turn our focus away from the outside and onto our heart center. We are a heart-centered community. And so that's where we start our Sunday morning, from the heart. Remembering that we are the I am, that we are love, that we can be love at any time because that is who we truly are, our essence. So we start this morning in our hearts. We start this morning with love and allowing that love to flow forward, connecting everyone in this room, everyone in our virtual room. Blessing this service and the lives that are touched and uplifted by it. And much gratitude for everyone involved in today's service so that we can connect heart to heart to heart together right now. So feeling blessed, feeling love itself, we say amen and amen, and so it is. Welcome, everyone. We'll get right into our music today. If you'll sing along with us, I believe we have a spirit chant.
We're all singing this together.
I am spirit. I am holy. I am sacred. I am love. You are.
You are spirit. You are holy. You are sacred. You are love.
All is.
All is holy. All is holy. All is sacred. All is love.
I am
Spirit. I am holy.
claiming.
I am sacred. I am love.
And we stay on that.
Good morning. I'm Susan Hart, and I'm one of your prayer ministers here at Unity of the Oaks. Whoops, there's a little ring. Janie will be your prayer chaplain for today and available to pray with you after service.
And now I have the honor of preparing us for our time of meditation with the reading of the daily word. And the word for today, independence. And the affirmation, I declare independence from limiting beliefs. My beliefs about myself, the world, and God formed over many years, taking shape through what I was taught, what I observed, and all my experiences. I am so much more than the sum of those experiences. I am a divine being endowed with the power to change my beliefs and lead myself into a deeper relationship with God and a fuller experience of life. Today, I declare independence from outworn beliefs that bind me to the idea that I am less than whole, not deserving of an abundant life, or limited because of my personal history. This is my Independence Day. I am a child of God, unlimited, loved, and abundantly blessed. And according to Romans 12:2, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. And again, the word for today, independence, and the affirmation, I declare independence from limiting beliefs.
Thank you, Susan. So we're going to take that thought into our meditation time today. So if you'll join me for just a moment to get quiet, get still, get comfortable, and then get even more comfortable. Go ahead and take a breath, signaling to your body that it's time to turn within, to listen to that still, small voice within you. And let yourself just either close your eyes, or you can focus on our Christ candle here, that divine light that is within you, that shines within each of us. And so we take another breath, moving into our heart space. And we affirm that this Independent Day is about being independent from anything that's weighing us down. So I'm going to invite you on a visual journey with me. I invite you to visualize yourself in a forest. A beautiful forest with tall trees, and their strength reminds you that you are well supported. But there's just enough shade to feel that cozy hug of the forest. Just enough light dancing in, that it dances joy into your heart. Allowing yourself to be relaxed, at peace, and joyful in this forest of your own creation. And imagining yourself walking through the forest. And then you see a stream. And the stream is large enough to have a small rowboat in it. And so you go ahead and step inside the rowboat. And you push off from shore. And you allow yourself to drift down the river, down the stream, gently. Still feeling the coziness of the shade and the strength from the trees. Still feeling the joy of the light from the sun dancing in your heart. But also feeling deep peace. as you float down the stream, you can see as you pass different sections of the forest, these images of gratitude, different points in your life, different parts of your current life that you are grateful for. And you also get the sense that you can let go. Let go of any worries, of any frustrations, of any fear, concerns, anger, or sadness. You can just let that go on the banks of the river, the stream, as you continue to just calmly float down the stream, leaving any concerns behind. Feeling yourself lighter, calmer. And then the boat just gently comes over to a point in the shore where you can then step out of this boat that's been carrying you back to the forest floor, giving thanks and gratitude for, again, the strength that is supporting you and surrounding you, the joy that is dancing around you and within you, the comfort that always is with you. Taking a moment to give thanks for this forest of your creation, for this moment of peace, and knowing that you can come back to this peaceful moment at any moment during your week. So we sit in gratitude for just a moment. For the healing that is happening. For the blessings that are happening. And as we give thanks, we start to walk, and we walk ourselves right here to where we are. We become aware of the room that we're in and the chair that has been supporting us. We whisper one more amen. It is done. We start to wiggle our fingers and our toes. We take a breath, a rejuvenating breath, an energizing breath that brings us back to this present moment. As we gently open our eyes and give thanks, knowing that we can return to this place of peace at any time. That peace is also up to us to create. So we give thanks for our time of meditation. We say amen and amen. So it is.
Wouldn't be July 4th without our song, I'm Living Free.
I am at home in the heart of God.
I am at home in the heart.
My mind is anchored in the truth.
My mind
living free in the heart of God.
I'm living free in the heart.
I'm life, I'm love, I'm living proof.
I'm life, I'm love, I'm living proof.
There can never be a separated me when I live in the constantness of peace. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. I am at peace in the heart of love.
I am at peace in the heart
My
of God.
body's anchored in the truth.
My body's anchored in the truth.
I'm living free in the heart of love.
I'm living free in the heart
I'm
of
light,
love.
I'm joy, I'm living proof.
I'm life, I'm joy, I'm living proof.
There can never be a separated me when I live in the consciousness of peace. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. When I let go,
When I let go,
I am released.
I am released.
I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living
free.
when I let go.
When I let go,
I am released.
I am released.
I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. I am at home in the heart of God.
I am at home in the heart of God.
I am at peace in the heart of love.
I am at peace in the heart of love.
In the heart of God.
I'm living free in the heart of God.
In the heart of love. I am at home in the heart of God.
The heart of
I
God.
am at peace in the heart of love.
At home.
Thank you, music team. I know they have we had Jordan who graduated. I don't know what's up with these kids graduating and leaving us. My goodness. Anyway, so I know they're working with new sound today, so thank you, everyone. And Rick, I have to say thank you for being our fireworks today. Look at that. So we got Paula the flag, we got the fireworks, we've got the Gingham South Joy of Sherry Hursty, so it's awesome. Thank you. Well, good. Well, it's the 246th time our country has celebrated the founding of our nation. That's pretty incredible. A 246th Independence Day. So I thought, wow, just in a few years we'll be doing 250, right? So start your plans now, everybody. What do you... Well, I mentioned a couple weeks ago I was at the Unity Worldwide Ministries Ministers Conference, and one of the workshops I went to, the minister, Reverend Greg Cole, said something that really kind of knocked me back. He said, our 5 unity principles that we teach, 5 unity principles, here they are. He said, they are not our principles, they are our practices. They are not our principles, they are our practices. And I thought, wow, oftentimes I talk about how do we apply to our life these principles, but it was a whole nother way to think about them when you say, oh, this is actually our spiritual practices. So for me, how I heard that was now, how can I lean into and live each of these? How can I live and be each one of these principles, which are really my spiritual practices? So here are all 5, that God is all there is and is present everywhere, and that this is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence, that human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good, that we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. That's the one we're going to focus on today. And then prayer and meditation keep us aligned with the one great power of the universe. And number 5, it's not enough to understand spiritual teachings, but we have to live the truth we know. That means we need to go out and do the work. So today, principle 3 is what I want to focus on, that we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. We also teach the law of mind action, that thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. So when I remember, number 1, unity principle number 1, that I'm an expression of that love and wisdom of the universe, it means that I create my reality, that I am a creator. I create my reality. I am not a victim. See, here it is. We are co-creators with God, creating our reality. I am a creator. You're a creator. I create my reality. You create your reality. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator of your life. It's really powerful. And it helps me when I think about those things that weigh me down, that I think prevent me from feeling my most free self. If we're thinking of and talking about freedom today, my own sense of freedom. You know, what weighs me down from feeling free and unlimited? I am free and unlimited. That's a song we used to sing when I was little. Just a little side note, my Unity minister growing up would actually have us like point at each other. You are free, you are unlimited. My dad and I hated that part. But it's true, you are free and unlimited because you are a creator of your world. And so what usually weighs me down is my stinking thinking, right? My doubts, my fears, my worries, the stories I tell myself about a situation, the I don't know how or I don't have enough. All of those thoughts, the stinking thinking, is what blocks our own freedom and our own inner peace. And so it comes back to you are a creator of your experience based on thoughts that you're holding about it. You know, I talked about my vacation last week. Someone could have gone on that vacation, and I've talked to several people who said I would have lasted an hour and I would have been done. And they would have come back from that vacation with a whole nother sense of what the reality of it was. And yet we came back with so much gratitude and so much joy and heartfelt because that's where we put our focus. So our thoughts created our reality about it. Do you see how 2 people can go on vacation and it rains and one comes back and says, it rained all week, it was terrible, and the other one says, it was fantastic, I had a nice peaceful moment all to myself, because we create our reality with the thoughts that we hold. So if you're, and I was going to say, so if you're not happy with your life, then how can you change your thoughts about your life or about a specific area in your life? Because in Unity, we also teach that heaven and hell are states of consciousness. You can be walking around in heaven, or you can be walking around in hell at any moment, at any time. It's up to you. What kind of thoughts are you thinking and holding on to? So I looked at, I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of tech issues here. So I was looking at this great little book. Unity puts out about once a quarter these nice little books. And you can go online to unity.org. And if you're, I don't know, they just mail them to me. They've been mailing to me for years, and I'm just happy I get them. I think you give them money once, and then they keep mailing them to you, maybe. But you can also go online and download them as well. So this one was Love, Healing, and Abundance, Bringing Spiritual Wisdom to Life. Again, there's that 5th principle. That's not just enough to read the book, but how do I bring the wisdom to life? And so in here, Reverend Paul Hasselbeck, who many of us know, he's our metaphysics guru, really, in Unity. He writes in here, each of us is the master of our life, and that is because of consciousness. Each of us is the master of our life, and that is because of consciousness. So then we have to ask ourselves, well, what is consciousness? So here's a slide. So according to science, current science, consciousness is our awareness plus our response, or what he calls our arousal to that awareness, our response, plus our motivation. And that's what creates our consciousness. So let's break each one of those down, shall we? So the next slide, so what exactly is awareness? Awareness is our ability to perceive our inner world, which includes all of our thoughts, ideas, beliefs, images, feelings, emotions, perceptions, experiences, attitudes, sensations, all of our inner world, in other words. How aware am I about what's really going on inside me? And then the next one, arousal or response, is the next slide. So that's our level of response to what we're aware of. So we start to become aware of something, and then we have a response or we don't have a response to it. And then the next one is the motivation. So motivation he defines as the drive to act on what we're aware of. So we can talk about, well, I know I do this. I'm aware of this. But really, motivation is what causes us not to be on autopilot. Motivation, how motivated I am, is what dictates how I'm going to respond to my awareness about it. So motivation is really that fifth principle. Well, now I know it all, or I'm aware of it, and how I act or react, but am I going to do anything about it? So that's the motivation. So here's the great quote from Paul Hasselbeck. We do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. Ooh, just breathe into that one. We do not see things as they are. We see them as we are. And that's why it's so important that we continue to do our own inner healing work. So if consciousness is awareness and response and motivation. So first comes awareness. So we can be aware of that inner critic, that voice that keeps painting us as the victim in the situation. And then by becoming more aware of our thoughts, we can do that by noticing. And that's where our meditation practice comes in so well. That's where journaling comes in really well. So we practice the pause and we breathe and we get curious. We start to become open to, I'm going to be open to noticing, to becoming more aware of my own part in situations. How am I contributing to the situation or to the relationship? And it's not to shame ourselves. It's not to make ourselves feel bad. But it's about becoming more aware so we can take responsibility for our own actions and behaviors and then make the changes and make the adjustments. So instead of covering up over our feelings or stopping them from rising, then we start to notice. We start to get interested in them. We ask the feelings to tell us the story. Hey, feelings, what's going on inside? There's tears coming up or there's anger coming up. Tell me the story about that. And just that reminder that our tears, actually I love tears because that just means they're cleansing our heart. Sometimes our heart needs a little cleaning. So asking the feelings to tell us the story. So then as we become more aware and start to notice, taking the pause, then it's our response to our awareness. The more we become aware of our inner world, then we can decide that level of response we want to take. Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, maybe it's nothing at all. Hey, that was a rhyme. But our growth comes really from moving through the uncomfortable. Our growth comes from deciding to respond when we've noticed our part in something. Again, it could be a situation like our life, like our vacation, or it could be a relationship, or it could be a job, or it could be a volunteer experience, whatever it is. But really looking at, I'm aware, what is my response? Do I want to respond? Because then that's going to be based on our motivation. How motivated am I now to change? Now that I've seen it, now that I'm aware of it, now that I've had a response to it, am I just going to say, well, I've always done it this way, or I've always been this way, it's always just how it is, this is just who I am? Because I know I've heard people in the past, I worked with someone when I was at UCLA, so this is years ago, and she said, well, this is just how I am, I can't change. But I think we've all probably have done that at some point in our life, right? Yeah. So there could be an awareness there that we're like that. We could have a response to it. But if the motivation to change isn't there, then the consciousness doesn't grow. If we want spiritual growth, if we want to transform our lives, then we become aware, ooh, interesting. Here's what's going on inside me. Here's my part in this, or here's how I experience this. We allow ourselves to have the response, we have the feelings. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling embarrassed that they fired me. I kind of feel ashamed that, or sad that I acted that way. You ever think about like 5 years ago an interaction you had and you're like, oh my God, I feel so terrible. You know, oh, I feel sad and upset now. Now I have a new awareness. Now I've grown. Now I'm able to look and observe and see that and be aware and have a response to it. And so then the motivation comes, you know what, let me work with, if I just got fired from a job, let me work with a coach, a business coach, a life coach. Or let me sit and journal about how I can come to a situation like this differently. Let me sit with Stacy. She'll coach me. So Reverend Eric Butterworth says, we have a slide for this, there is only one way you can come to stand anywhere else, and it's by changing your consciousness. So if you're feeling like, I want to be over here, and if here is whatever that is, whether that's a goal, hey, I want to have this goal and stand here. Or maybe it's a feeling, hey, I want to be happier in my life. I want to stand over here. Here's what he writes about that. If you're not satisfied with the direction your life has taken or with the experiences that continually manifest, you can change by getting into the kind of attitudes and feelings that you assume you would have if you were now experiencing the desired conditions. Act as if. And he says, you may object, but I feel tired and defeated. How can I help that? Feelings are not beyond the control of the will. You are not your feelings. I know I'm not saying it. I feel like I say that often. But now Eric Butterworth, decades ago, is saying, you are not your feelings. You have feelings, and the you that has feelings can control them and reverse them, and it's never too late to turn your life around and to break the patterns of negativity. To wake up from your self-limiting thought to self-releasing vertical thought, and you will experience the ceaseless flow of your own good. Yeah, to sit in the gratitude, to really visualize and feel what you want. That's what professional athletes do. You know, they visualize themselves from the moment they wake up and what they're going to eat for breakfast and what they're going to wear, and they're stretching and all the way to exactly what the room temperature and the lighting and the crowd is going to sound like, every little detail. They visualize and feel it all. And I know even with chronic pain, there's doctors and therapists and a great app called Curable, actually, that I've worked with for anyone with chronic pain. But it works with therapists who have you visualize yourself. If you're someone who's loves walking and hiking, and now you haven't been able to do that for a few years, first seeing a picture of somebody, getting someone out of a magazine or online that is doing that activity happily, and just focusing there for a while, and then placing your face there on that picture for a while, and then visualizing, taking yourself through the whole process of a pain-free walk, of how you would feel even afterwards. And you know, the stories that come out from the people who have done this, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I haven't been able to make the 2-mile walk or do this hike. And I did it with joy and full of vibrancy and energy, and I felt great afterwards. Why? Because they acted as if, because they kept visualizing that, because we live from the inside out. And I thought I would mention too, since it's an Independence Day weekend, Harriet Tubman. And she said, "There was no one to welcome me in the land of freedom. I was a stranger in a strange land." And I know sometimes in Unity and when we're first starting new thought and our growth, sometimes we kind of feel like we're doing the inner work, we're becoming more conscious, we're growing, we're more self-aware. Spiritually, emotionally, we've grown, and it feels sometimes like we're a stranger in a strange land. Because a lot of people, most people in our culture, in our society, are not doing the inner healing work. They're not doing the spiritual work. So sometimes we can feel like strangers in a strange land. And so just that reminder that freedom is an inner experience. I keep talking about you and your responsibility, me and my responsibility, because we can't change out here. We're creators of our own life. And so it starts from here out. And realize that then we all end up here at a Unity Church together, right? We find our people. So there's times that relationships may not be a vibrational match anymore. And it's not that we just say, "Oh, bye, Aunt Betty," or whoever, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because now I'm here. Because that's not growth, actually, either. That's ego. But it's about recognizing, oh, you know what? I can't hang out with the negative Nellies and the victim Vickies anymore. I'm going to limit my time there. I'm going to find a new free land. So on this Independence Day, I'm inviting us to free ourselves from speaking unkindly to and about ourselves. Ladies, I'm really talking to you because we talk to our bodies really poorly, don't we? So freeing yourself from speaking poorly about and to yourself. We're going to free ourselves from walking around in our own version of hell because of the thoughts we're clinging to, right? Because a lot of times the thoughts we're clinging to are in the past, and we keep bringing the past to the present, and that's a heavy burden. So we're going to let go of the past. We're going to free ourselves from walking around in that burden that we keep carrying. We're going to free ourselves from the woe is me victim thinking, because it's not true. You're not a victim. You're a creator of your reality. You're a creator of your life. And so for this Independence Day weekend, we're going to free ourselves from the stinking thinking, okay? Our very first president, George Washington, said, we have a quote, "Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals of the world." Yeah, life is consciousness. We create our reality. So it's up to us to decide to manifest the best inner life. Because when we manifest the best inner life, it influences us to have a free and happy outer life. So happy 4th of July, everyone. Blessings.
It can start across the country or start with someone else. The freedom that you're seeking begins with yourself.
And just think of what it would be like if we could all unite and walk hand in hand together instead of letting go. To fight, I stand for love, I stand for truth, I stand for hope, and I stand for you. For you I stand for peace I sing. In all the world, let freedom ring. In a world where life is separate, in a land that's not our own, we walk around together, destined to be alone. But if we could only realize the truth, that's not our core. You see, it matters not what you're against, but what you're standing for. I stand for love, I stand for truth, I stand for hope, and I stand for you. For you I stand for peace I sing. In all the world, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let freedom, let freedom ring. In the heart of every man, we must begin to take a stand. Take a stand. I stand for love, I stand for truth, I stand for hope, and I stand for you. For you I stand for peace I sing. In all the world, let freedom ring. I stand for hope. I'm standing for you. For you I stand for peace I sing. In all the world, let freedom ring. In all the world, let freedom
Good morning. Hello, my name is Lucy Nye, and I am the board member of the day. On behalf of the board, we are grateful that you are here today with us both in person and online. We have an important mission here at Unity of the Oaks. There's a slide right up there. And will you all read this with me? Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be in love and action, and to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. We have an opportunity for you to partner with us When you give a financial gift to Unity of the Oaks, it allows us to fulfill this mission, making it more than just spoken words on Sunday morning. The easiest way to give, both in person and online, is to text the word GIVE to the number on your screen. Use the QR code on the screen or visit our website's giving page. If you're here in person with us today, we also have a love offering basket over on the table, our giving table in the back of the room. Take a moment to focus your attention on your giving heart. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. Thank you for partnering with us to bring spiritual transformation messages to our community every Sunday. You are a part of helping us to transform the world. We value and appreciate you. And now, here's Juan to tell you what's going on at our church.
Thank you, Lucy. Let's give it up for Lucy, board member of the day. All right, awesome. Okay, here's a few reminders of what's going on at our church. Wow, everybody really is very festive. It's really wild. The 3 reminders for today are, I'll just say them. July 24th is a special service and Reverend Stacy's ordination party. The Board of Trustees is creating a special service with many guests, and the parties will be held afterwards. So see the event/giving table back over there for more info. And don't forget to RSVP by the 17th. Please join us. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be forming study groups for August and September book series E2. E squared. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. The little 2 is supposed to be a little smaller. DIY energy experiments that prove your thoughts and create your reality. All right, excellent. And Inspiration Wednesday, number 3, is back, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time on Facebook Live. Join Reverend Stacy for 15 minutes of uplifting stories, thoughts, and a short meditation. And you can also check out our podcast on Spotify. Now you can find all of this information. I know it's overwhelming, but you can find it all and more in the back of the room at our info table, and of course in the weekly e-letter that I hope you all are getting, and our monthly newsletter, that's snail mail. It gets mailed out that way. Be sure to catch our slideshow 5 minutes before the service with announcements while the music is playing, and you can find upcoming events and information that way also. We look forward to seeing you at one of our upcoming events, including next week, where we celebrate one of our upcoming events, including our annual, I'm just reading what it says, our annual Aloha Sunday, July 17th. That's 2 weeks, Aloha Sunday. So come next week, it's something great, and then, right? Next week is Birthday Sunday. Okay, well, dress accordingly for Birthday Sunday and Aloha Sunday and everything else. So, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Reverend Stacy now has some thank yous to extend, not to me, but to everybody else.
Oh no, we gotta thank Juan for his humor, right? And his great energy. Well, and it really is, I know Reverend Molly used to say this too, it really is your partner and your family that supports you, that helps you do this work. So actually, let's all thank Juan for being a big support. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I mean, I thought there would be like me and Suwan and the music team, honestly. And Juan, because he supports me. So thank you for coming out, and thank you for everyone online. There was quite a few there, too. I don't know where, maybe where do we think they're watching from? Let's just make it up. We create our own reality. So we'll just thank you for watching in the Bahamas, okay? Maybe we'll all be there next year with them. Okay, the 250th 1. That's when we'll all be in the Bahamas together. So thank you to everyone. We wanted to extend some special thank yous to our hospitality and prayer chaplains. So thank you to Donna, who helped with setup today, and Betsy, and Liz, I know in the past too. Just such an important part of our ministry is just the setup beforehand. So thank you to Donna and Betsy today for doing that, and almost every Sunday, and Lucy being our board member on duty. Thank you for these specific parts, these roles in our. And we have red, white, and blue cake. So if you're here, so if you're online, we're sorry, you'll have to go get your own red, white, and blue cake. Or come join us, and then you can get the beautiful cakes that Jane brings too. But so yes, stay afterwards for some red, white, blue cake and coffee too, right? Betsy's always got my coffee for me. Thank you. So thank you, Betsy. Thank you, Jane, for the cake. Thank you, Donna. Okay, yes, next week is Birthday Sunday, and we'll have another cake then, and then we'll have Aloha Sunday after that. I mean, it's just fun. Then we're going to have a Western Sunday. I mean, it's like camp here at Unity of the Oaks, summer camp. Can you see I have a background in youth ministry, everyone? I mean, it's going to be themes for a while here. Thank you to Janie for being our prayer chaplain today. Thank you. She will be outside to pray with you. So be sure if something got stirred in you, and you're like, ooh, now I'm aware of this, and I need to process this with someone. Janie's here to pray you up about that, okay? But also, even if you're at home later, or if you're at home right now, again, you can email us, prayer@unityoftheoaks.org. You can reach out to our office at any time so we can pray with you. Okay? Please don't leave without making sure you have that prayer support if it's needed. Okay, everyone, make sure you get some coffee, tea, and red, white, and blue cake afterwards. Have a fantastic and safe holiday weekend. I love you and I bless you. Let's stand and sing our song together.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is. And all